SK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Travellers Championship is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke and Rich, looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Anytime you take on a player like Brooke Henderson, you want to bring your best here, Rich. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Well, by my estimation, they're looking at 110 here.
That's a pretty handy shot. Okay, that'll work. This putt coming up is for birdie. That was a gallant attempt. And that should secure the par on this one. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
And it's that man, JT, on top spot of this leaderboard. Good playing from Justin Thomas. The second, a short par 4 playing up the hill, just 345 yards.
How aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take driver out and try and get it up to the front edge, or are you going to lay it back with a long iron? That are the two thoughts that players must face. Second shot into a minuscule green with a putt bunker on the left-hand side that could be the meanest one on the golf course.
That's a good-looking shot there. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
He seems to have zero regard for the fact that he's playing against a multiple major champion here. Just firing off approach shots like that. Wow.
Here's Brooke Henderson. Oh, that's incredible. And for birdie too.
Well, when your rival plays golf every single second of the day and eats birdies for breakfast, lunch and dinner, this is what you get.
Wonderful shot. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The players will face themselves with their first legitimate test at TPC River Highlands, the par 4 third.
Dogleg from right to left. Just avoid those bunkers both right and left. And there's not a single one up there on that green. This green is fairly flat with runoffs on all sides of this green. It's a wonderful design.
Playing this shot from around 120 yards. That might be one club too many. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for par. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. He's currently tied for 7th. The par 4 fourth runs back in the opposite direction, Rich, and you've really got to be able to hit your drive well.
difficult driving hole indeed. You must hit it down the left-hand side to have any chance of knocking it on in two, as there's some massive trees down the right-hand side that can block you out. This green is not very wide. It's narrow, it's long, it's difficult to find.
Taking aim from around 190 yards here. Just a stroke behind the leader. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th. And this putt to move into the top 5. I like the look of this. Well done. Take the birdie. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
1 stroke behind her rival this week.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The par 3 5th is no snack either, particularly at the distance of 230.
That's its only defense here, Luke. The green is fairly flat, has a couple of bunkers up there surrounding it, but to be fair, at 230 yards, it's a pretty simple, straightforward, long par 3.
John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 16th.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. And he holds it. What a putt. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
This one to save par.
Looks good.
Oh, that's a clutch par. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 6th is the first of our par 5s, and at 586 playing slightly downhill, Rich, players should be enticed to go for this green in 2.
Most players in this field will be looking to knock it on in 2. Tee shots want to favor the right-hand side to shorten up the hole ever so slightly. The second shot will be semi-blind, taking it over some bunkers and some mounds to a green that runs from right to left. Bunker front left and a runoff area over on the right-hand side. Shouldn't be too much of a bother for most of these players.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Oh, this is exciting. A putt for an eagle.
Is tracking.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. And with that, they'll move back into top spot on the leaderboard. The par 4 7th, just under 450 yards in length, Rich. 2 just accurate shots needed here.
Just a straightaway drive and a straightaway second shot will get it done 8 days a week on this hole. This second shot, though, into a green that has 2 tiers on it. If you're not on the correct tier in 2, you're going to face a difficult putt.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin. What a drive that was.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
6 feet remaining to the cup.
So far, so good.
They're nicely holed. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. I really like the 8th here at TPC River Highlands, a good par 3.
This is a strong par 3. Water shouldn't come into play as it's some 15 yards short of the green. However, there's runoff areas both right and left that could cause some issues for these players.
And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Straight out of the top drawer.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
John, you're down there. What's happening?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Bubba Watson as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
Looking really good.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. The 9th is a par 4, right on 400 yards, Rich, but recently players have been a little bit more aggressive off the tee.
Players are trying to take all the bunkers in the fairway out of play by taking driver and hitting it over the right-hand one. From there, players will have a very simple second shot to a green that's fairly bland, Luke. There's just not much to it. This is a great birdie opportunity.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently tied for first place. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Oh, lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the 9th. Good looking putt. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that will move into 6 under par. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
Now this one's from downtown. Oh, just missed. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And as we transition into the back 9, Rich, what are you seeing out there so far?
I got to say, every facet of this player's game was in great shape today. Lots of golf yet to be played. Looking forward to watching it.
The second 9 starts with a great par 4, this 10th hole, and really features a big tree off the tee.
I love this tee shot. It is narrow. You have to thread a bunch of trees. This is a great opportunity to tee that driver up low and chase it down that fairway. Second shot downhill ever so slightly to a green that chases away from you. What a wonderful, wonderful hole.
Playing from around 190 yards out. Currently leading by 2. This one might need to get down a little. That was wonderfully done. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Was on a good line. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for a par.
That gets the job done. And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second. Downhill par threes, Rich. Lots of fun to play, particularly when it's only a wedge.
Yes, but be careful from the wind. This green is surrounded by large trees, and that wind can really swirl around this green. It's a good opportunity to make birdie, but bogeys might happen if you're not careful.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And there it goes from the sand. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, nice looking putt. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 7 under. Still in the lead now after that hole. Rich, the 12th, the par 4, measuring just over 400 yards. How do you play it?
Grip it and rip it. Those fairway bunkers down the right-hand side, they are really not a big bother, so try and take those on as best you can. The further you drive it down there, your second shot becomes so much easier as this green is perched above you. Again, another good birdie opportunity here. Pretty good shot there.
Chance to move to 8 under here.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, so close. 4 feet to the cup. That's half a chance of being holed, this one. That's well holed. Now 2 shots up after that one. Well, birdies would certainly be on the mind of the players when they stand on the tee at the par 5 13th, Rich. But there are bogeys here as well if you're not careful.
Don't get careless with this tee shot. Don't avoid the water on the right and try and hit it down the left-hand side, because out of bounds comes in quickly, just left of those fairway bunkers. From the fairway, you have to decide where you want to go for it or lay it up out to the right. Any shots missed out to the right will leave a delicate chip to a green that runs away from the player towards the water.
All right, bold. I like this play.
And hitting yet another green here today.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, this was the conundrum, wasn't it? When the new rule came in, did they leave the flag stick in or did they take it out? I'm pretty sure they wish they would have taken it out there. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
This is a good chance. Ouch, that hurts. Lining up the birdie putt here. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And that will take him to 8 under. Currently in first position. Let's head to the 14th, Rich. A short par 4, but you've got to hit your tee shot up the hill.
Up the hill, dogleg from right to left, but one of the most generous fairways on this golf course, if not the most generous. Anything up to the right-hand side will open up the second shot to the green that sits well below you. Any tee shots missed over to the left, however, you could have some tree issues.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. There's nothing better than a downhill shot to a green in golf. Going with the pitching wedge here. This one looks to be heading towards the green. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
A tie for 4th place if you can hold this putt. Shame it didn't drop. Okay, let's get back to the action. Oh, a 14-footer. It's good to make a few of these per round.
Little birdie look in here.
Get excited. This could go in. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. TPC River Highlands has a number of gettable holes, but how fascinating is this drivable par 4 15th?
This hole is feast or famine for most players. Any tee shot that is missed a little bit to the left will go chasing into the water. Any tee shots that are bailed out to the right, now you've got a difficult proposition you're faced with. You have to hit a pitch shot, a delicate pitch shot, to a green that sits well above you, but also runs away from you towards the water. What a par 4 this is indeed.
Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Judging it beautifully.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Oh, Rich, how good is that? Well, that'll move her up the leaderboard as well. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. All right, Rich, a great par 3 this one, 16, all over the pond.
The difficulty with this tee shot, Luke, is the green is a lot smaller than what it looks. Difficult to get a tee shot close to any pin position out there. Center of the green is just dandy.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Well hold. Currently 10 under for the event. $17, Rich, an elevated tee shot. It's a fun one, but it's less than driver.
Players obviously want to avoid the water on the right. However, you don't want to bail too far left and find that fairway bunker, because your next shot is all over water. Players must stand on this tee committed to the shot at hand. You find the fairway. The second shot is intimidating because it's all over water. The green pitches from back to front towards the water, so be mindful of your spin. Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
The cart path is not always a bad place to be. Just pick the ball clean. Well, that's well judged. Hole high, right inside the range. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Well, she's in 5th, and she'll want to climb from there.
Oh, that's a ripper.
Before this putt was hit, they looked their playing partner in the eye and gave a signal. That was mean, but fair.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Looking good.
Oh, that's a ripper. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And the final hole at TPC River Highlands. If you've got a low score on the board, you really want to capitalise with a great tee shot here.
Tee shot should be favored down the right-hand side. The first fairway bunker over on the right is really no bother for all the players. The one on the left can collect a few errant tee shots. Second shot back up the hill ever so slightly to a green that's just begging for you to go flag hunting.
And he's down there.
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
Just didn't drop. That's disappointing. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played.